I traveled deep into the American countryside to find this forgotten piece of engineering history. It's been sitting here for decades. The owner said it hasn't run in 20 years. Most people see scrap metal, but I see a diamond in the rough, waiting to shine.
He wanted $1,500 for it, claiming the engine was still salvageable. I had to play it cool and point out the seized pistons.
The undercarriage was a disaster. If these tracks are locked up, moving this beast is going to be a nightmare on its own.
I offered him $800 cash, right then and there. Take it or leave it. The tension was thick.
He took the deal. Now, for $800, this pile of American iron belongs to me. Let the hard work begin.
Getting it onto the trailer was a battle. The wheels were locked, dragging through the dirt like a stubborn mule.
But we got it loaded. Next stop, the factory. It's time to tear this thing down to the very last bolt.
Back at the shop, under the bright lights, you can really see the extent of the damage. This restoration is going to be massive.
First things first, let's strip the body panels. These bolts have been rusted shut since the 90s.
The interior was nasty. Old foam, rat nests, and a smell I can't even describe. It all has to go. Drain the fluids. Look at that hydraulic oil. It's turned into black sludge. No wonder the system failed.
Breaking the tracks is always the hardest part. Just brute force and heavy hammers to knock these pins loose. The boom arm comes off next. We need to check every pivot point for cracks or warping.
Here is the heart of the beast, the engine. It looks dead now, but I promise you, we will make it roar again.
With the components out, we're left with the skeleton. Years of grease and dirt are caked on inches thick. A high-pressure steam wash melts that grease away like butter. We need a perfectly clean surface for the next step.
Into the sandblaster. We are stripping this down to bare metal. Goodbye rust, hello, fresh steel.
Back to the engine. We've disassembled every single component. The pistons are worn and the rings are shot.
A chemical bath will remove the carbon buildup. It's amazing how this solution eats away decades of grime.
We need to hone the cylinders to ensure the new piston rings seal perfectly. Precision is key here. New oversized pistons go in. Listen to that satisfying slide. It's fitting like a glove.
Every bolt is tightened to factory specifications. One loose bolt could ruin the whole build.
Now for the color. Now for the color. That classic yellow. The engine is starting to look brand new again.
Hydraulics are the muscle. We're replacing every single seal and O-ring to prevent future leaks.
The main body gets 3 coats of heavy-duty industrial paint. It's not just for looks, it's armor against rust.
The bucket had a stress crack. A deep penetration weld will make it stronger than it was when it left the factory.
Grinding it down smooth. When we're done painting, you won't even know there was a crack here.
New bottom rollers installed. No more friction. The movement is silky smooth.
Getting the tracks back on is a precision job. Lining up the master pin has to be exact.
The heart goes back into the body. It's satisfying seeing that fresh yellow engine sit in the clean bay. Electrical gremlins are the worst, so we rewired the entire harness. Better safe than sorry. New hoses are routed. I used higher-rated lines to handle extra pressure. This thing is built to work.
The cabin gets new soundproofing. The operator needs to be comfortable, not deafened by the engine.
And a brand new suspension seat. No more rat nests. This is luxury compared to what we started with.
The controls are rebuilt. No play, no drift, just instant, responsive feedback. Fresh safety glass. Visibility is crucial on a job site, and these new seals keep the rain out. Fluids time. Fresh coolant to keep that rebuilt engine running cool under load.
High-grade synthetic oil, the lifeblood of the machine. Only the best for this restoration.
Greasing every Zerk fitting. If it moves, it gets grease. We want this running for another 20 years.
Power hookup. Heavy-duty battery installed. We are getting close to the first start.
The finishing touch, the decals. It's not a Caterpillar until it wears the name proudly. A quick polish.
I know it's a work machine, but for the sale, presentation is everything.
The bucket is back on. The contrast between the black bucket and yellow arm looks incredible.
The moment of truth. Weeks of work come down to this turn of the key.
Listen to that. It fired right up. Smooth, steady, and powerful. It's alive.
Testing the hydraulics. The response is instant. No lag, no leaks. It's working perfectly.
Track motors are strong. It spins on a dime. This thing is ready to conquer any terrain.
Taking it outside. Seeing it in natural light, you'd never guess this was the rust bucket we dragged in.
From a rusty yard ornament to a showroom quality machine. This is what dedication looks like.
The buyer is on his way. One last wash to make sure everything is spotless for the inspection.
Here he is. I listed it for $2,000. Let's see what he thinks.
He's inspecting the work. He can't find a single flaw. The quality speaks for itself.
He's testing the controls. He knows a good machine when he feels one. The deal is as good as done. He didn't even try to haggle. He knows this is a steal at $2,000.
Sold. From an $800 gamble to a $2,000 sale.
It's not a huge fortune, but the satisfaction of saving this machine, that's priceless.
Off to its new home. It's ready to work hard for another decade.
Job done. Another piece of history saved from the scrap heap. Now, I wonder what broken treasure I can find next. Thanks for watching.